As promised, I have changed my skin to suit whatever video I am doing. And, I thought this skin would be appropriate because today I am showing you two ways on how to find a slime chunk. The cheaty way and the the cheaty way and the in-game way. The first way, which actually not the first way. The second way I talked about, which is the in-game way, is to find a hole or a cave or something, or you don't have to find a hole or a cave. You can just dig down to something. This cave doesn't actually lead anywhere. Dig down to Y level, somewhere beneath 40. Y level beneath 40, and then go ahead and make sure you're staying lit up. But then you want to dig a 3x3 tunnel, and then also you're going to click F3 and G to show chunk borders. That's very important. You need to show chunk borders, and then continue digging a 3x3 tunnel all the way through until you find a chunk border. Now, once you find the chunk border, go ahead and dig it out. I go two blocks back, so I have space on the other side, and then put walls down on either side of the chunk border. Doesn't matter which side, and then put a gate down there, and that just prevents you're digging out this 3x3 tunnel so that the slimes have a chance to spawn, because the bigger slimes, they need at least a 3 wide radius, or not 3 wide radius, a 3 wide block area in order to spawn. And the smaller slimes don't need quite that much space, but that just means there's more space for them to spawn. So that's why you dig a 3 wide, 3 high tunnel, so that the bigger slimes have a chance to spawn. And then you separate off each chunk, so that if a slime spawns in that chunk, then you know that chunk only is the slime chunk, and they didn't spawn in a different chunk and then move to or spawn in a chunk and then move to a different chunk, and then you're confused and build your slime chunk in the wrong chunk, and then you have to build it all over again, and that would suck. So that's why you want to separate your chunks with gates, with gates and walls, so that you can go through but the slimes can't. And I wouldn't recommend building your tunnel any taller than that, because then the slimes might be able to jump over the walls. I mean, I've never seen them do that before, but I'm sure it's possible. But yeah, so you can dig your tunnels sideways if you want. Oh, I just happen to be really close. But you can dig them sideways and then continue to separate them out like so. So that is the first so that is the first method on how to find a slime chunk in-game without having to leave to go onto a website. And now I will show you the website which you can go on. Here is the website. It is called SlimeBase. I will put a link to this website in the description, so check it out. But actually, I would not recommend checking out this. But how you use it is you click slime chunk on the on the chunks to find, and then paste your seed in here, which you can find by looking up /seed in the Minecraft game, and then type in your coordinates here to see how close you are to any of these green squares here, which are all slime chunks in whatever seed you have or whatever world. So if your coordinates, if you look up random coordinates, I'll just put in 1 1 and then click go, and that is where I am, or that is the 1 1 location right there. And so that little dot is in this square right here, which is not green, which means that is not a slime chunk. But you can find these chunks. This is a really good chunk right there, because that is it's almost 4x4, which is really, really good. But is a 1 2 3 slime chunks right there, and then a little fourth one right there. But this would be a great place to make a slime farm. But this is if you look at the coordinates where you are or where your base is, the red dot will show where those coordinates are, and then you'll know where to go from there. Also, if you didn't know, this is what a chunk border looks like. A chunk is a 16x16 section of the Minecraft terrain, and is separated in game like so. And the way to show that, as I told you earlier, but it's Fn 3 or F3 and G, and that shows them and hides them. And that was tooltips. That was also tooltips. There we go. But that is, so F3 and G shows chunk borders and hides chunk borders, if ever you want to try that on your Minecraft world and find slime chunks or other chunks. Also, one more thing before I end the video, if you do find a slime chunk and you're in the slime chunk and there's caves in the slime chunk, you do want to light up those caves so that no other mobs can spawn in that chunk, because that will hinder the slimes from spawning. If there's too many mobs in that chunk already, then the slimes won't be able to spawn. So just keep that in mind when you find a slime chunk. But now is unfortunately the time to end this extremely short tutorial. There wasn't really much to talk about. Finding slime chunks is actually pretty easy. So if you did find this useful, leave a like down below, comment, that would be great. Subscribe, because you know you want to.